Greatness is not achieved by chance. It is earned through disciplined sacrifice and relentless self-mastery. One of the most powerful yet challenging practices linked to personal transformation is semen retention, the conscious preservation of sexual energy for higher purposes. While the concept may seem simple, the journey of retaining semen or sexual energy is a daunting task that demands unwavering commitment. Many ancient traditions, including Taoism, Ayurveda, and even early Western philosophies, have emphasized the profound benefits of semen retention. Modern science is also beginning to recognize its impact on mental clarity, physical vitality, and spiritual growth. However, despite its benefits, the path to retention is filled with obstacles, biological urges, societal pressures, and psychological battles. Every man carries potential, but not every man unlocks it. Why? Because potential is heavy. It is intimidating. The burden of what you could be is often harder to bear than the reality of what you are. To rise into your full self means killing the old self daily. It means facing the truth of your laziness, your compulsions, your hidden fears, and your distractions. Semen retention becomes a mirror that shows you the gap between who you are and who you are meant to be. Every time you retain, you are telling the universe, I am ready to carry the weight of my crown. But your body will fight back. Your mind will scream. The world will mock you. This is not glamorous. It's war. Because when you retain, you begin to see. You see how much time you've wasted chasing cheap dopamine. You see how much energy you've leaked trying to impress women or feel accepted. You see the opportunities you miss because you lack clarity and strength. And seeing all this hurts, but it also awakens a fire of transformation. Greatness and comfort do not coexist. The modern man is addicted to comfort. Every urge must be satisfied. Every itch must be scratched. But comfort is the enemy of kingship. No man becomes great by doing what feels good. He becomes great by doing what is necessary. Semen retention disciplines your primal urges. It teaches you the art of pause. It teaches you that not every feeling deserves a reaction. This discipline begins in your body, but it leaks into your character. You start saying no to drama. You say no to laziness. You say no to women who want to waste your energy. You say no to the world and yes to your purpose. There is something holy about a man who can say, I feel the urge, but I choose higher. The discipline of semen retention sharpens your mind, strengthens your will, and ignites your inner resolve. It is not easy, but nothing about greatness ever is. Greatness is built on consistency, not convenience. One of the hardest parts of retention is the loneliness. You will feel misunderstood. Friends will laugh. Women may leave. People won't get why you're different, why you won't indulge in the things they normalize. But this isolation is not punishment. It is purification. When you walk the path of semen retention, you're walking away from the crowd. You're no longer driven by lust, gossip, or comfort. This detachment separates you. But in that separation, you find clarity. You find vision. You find the voice of your soul. Most men fear solitude, but solitude is where warriors are trained. Alone, you meet yourself. Alone, you learn your true hunger. Alone, you decide if you'll stay in the shadows or rise into the man the world desperately needs. Greatness requires you be okay with being alone, not forever, but long enough to build something worth sharing. When you retain your semen, you are not just avoiding ejaculation. You are accumulating life force. Your body begins to regenerate at a higher frequency. Your eyes become sharper. Your posture straighter. Your voice deeper. Your presence magnetic. Semen is not just fluid. It's information, energy, blueprint, divine intelligence. You are storing up the sacred codes of your masculinity. And the more you retain, the more your body becomes aligned with strength, vitality, and purpose. But this transformation is not linear. Some days you will feel weak. Some nights you will feel haunted by lust. Some moments you will want to give in. That's when the real test begins. Can you hold the fire without being consumed? Semen retention is like lifting spiritual weights. It tears you down and rebuilds you stronger. And over time, your body becomes your ally, your temple, your weapon. There's a fog that covers most men's minds, caused by years of porn, fapping, and sexual addiction. Retention clears that fog. Suddenly, your focus sharpens. Your memory improves. You start finishing books. You start writing, building, creating. You can sit in silence without needing a distraction. This is what mental sovereignty feels like. But it's not instant. The first weeks feel like withdrawal. You may feel anxious, restless, irritable. That's the detox. Your brain is rewiring itself to function without constant stimulation. You are resetting your dopamine system back to its natural state. This is painful, but it is necessary. The man who can direct his mind is dangerous. He sees opportunity where others see chaos. He solves problems instead of complaining. He leads, not because he was appointed, but because he's clear. This clarity is earned through the daunting task of semen retention. One of the biggest lies is that semen retention makes you unattractive to women. The opposite is true. When you retain, your energy speaks before you do. Your aura becomes dense, grounded, full. You carry a silent confidence that no pickup line can fake. Women are not just attracted to looks. They are drawn to presence, and retention gives you that. When you retain, you don't chase. You don't need. You are already full, and that fullness is magnetic. But you must be careful. As you grow in power, you will attract more temptation. Women will test you, some consciously, some unconsciously. They'll want to taste your light, but you must protect your seed. You must guard your purpose. You must see through the illusion. Retention is not about suppressing women. It's about mastering yourself so you can love women without losing yourself. Here's a hard truth. The world does not celebrate men who practice semen retention. There are no trophies, no headlines, no applause. In fact, you'll often be mocked, ridiculed, or ignored. Why? Because your very existence becomes a mirror, a reminder to others of the discipline they lack. Your glow exposes their numbness. Your energy reveals their emptiness. And instead of rising, they'd rather pull you down. This is why retention is not for validation. It is for initiation. You are not doing this for claps. You're doing this for kingship. You are preparing yourself for battles no one else can fight for you. You are saying to the world, I do not need your approval. I am approved by purpose. This is what makes it daunting. There are no shortcuts, no cheat codes, no guarantees. Only the raw, sacred path of becoming. Retention is not about perfection. It's about progress. You will fall. You will relapse. You may feel shame. But the difference between the average man and the one headed for greatness is this. He gets up. Each relapse teaches you something. It shows you your triggers. It exposes your weaknesses. Use it as data. Reflect. Adjust. Rise again. Shame is only useful if it drives you to change. Don't dwell in self-hate. Move forward with more wisdom. Build systems. Get accountability. Change your environment. Upgrade your routines. Greatness is not found in the absence of failure. It is found in the refusal to stay down. There's something sacred that begins to happen after months of retention. You start to feel connected, not just to yourself, but to something higher. You begin to feel guided. Ideas flow effortlessly. Opportunities align. People appear at the right time. This is not luck. It is divine synchronization. When you retain, your body becomes a temple for divine intelligence. You think clearer. You speak with power. You walk with grace. You are no longer living from your lower self. You are living from spirit. This is what every ancient culture knew. Retention was a spiritual discipline, not a trend. It was how shamans, kings, monks, and warriors accessed higher consciousness. They understood that the seed is sacred, and to spill it carelessly was to weaken the soul. Greatness demands it. At the end of the day, you must decide, do you want to be normal or do you want to be great? If your answer is greatness, then understand this. It comes with a cost. That cost is discipline. That cost is solitude. That cost is retention. Not because retention is a magic spell, but because it makes you the kind of man who can handle power. It teaches you to delay gratification. It forces you to build from within. It makes you uncommon in a world addicted to weakness. So yes, it is a daunting task to greatness. But what is the alternative? Comfort? Porn? Mediocrity? A life of regret? You don't just retain semen. You retain the essence of who you are. The crown is heavy for a reason. The road to greatness is narrow. Few will walk it. Even fewer will finish it. But those who do, those who dare to retain, rebuild and rise. They become legends. They become light in a dark world. They become proof that self-mastery is possible. If it feels hard, good. That means you're on the right path. The crown is heavy for a reason. It's not meant for the weak, the lazy, or the impulsive. It's meant for the man who looked lust in the eye and said, "You do not own me." It is a daunting task to greatness, but it is the only task worth your life. Hold your seed and rise.